Professional farm workers who know how to do a number of different jobs, whether it be pruning or picking or crafting, they see themselves as professionals, and they take a lot of pride in that work. They don't see themselves as doing work that is demeaning. As the COVID-19 situation evolves, we need to make sure we have enough medical professionals to care for people in need. What we do is nothing like the portrayal of badminton as a gentle game played in a church hall. Badminton can be fun and relaxing, but as professionals, this sport is our heart and soul and passion, and our games are fast and aggressive. The culture of the mutual fund industry, when I came into it in 1951, was pretty much a culture of fiduciary duty and investment, with funds run by investment professionals. The firm I worked with, Wellington Management Co, they had one fund. That was very typical in the industry. Investment professionals focused on long-term investing. It's so important for those living with chronic pain to establish good communication with both their healthcare professionals and caregivers. Clear communication about pain is vital to receiving proper diagnosis and effective treatment. Medical professionals are as skilled and as dedicated as any, but they operate within a fragmented system that has not progressed as far as we have in aviation. I don't know any group of professionals that mobilize as fast and as often as chefs do when there are people who are in need. Although professionals are able to extract a considerable amount of wealth from amateurs, few stock pickers, if any, have the skill needed to beat the market consistently, year after year. One can see the professionals and intellectuals talking to their rural brethren with an amused and condescending smile. They forget that but for the toiling rural masses, all their professional training and erudition would collapse like a castle of cards. 99% of the men and women of the FBI are just professionals. I don't want Americans, if an FBI agent knocks on their door, to have to be worried about, well, is he a Democrat or a Republican? He's an FBI agent. Over the years, I've heard a lot of people who don't feel that they have it in them to do anything creative. They shrug and claim that they have no talent. They say things like, don't quit your day job or leave it to the professionals. In the steampunk subculture, I don't hear those things. When I hear my friend John Boehner say that we have the best health care in the world, I don't dispute it for a moment. If I were sick, this is the country I want to be in, with these doctors, these hospitals, and these medical professionals. When it comes to professionalism, it makes sense to talk about being professional in IT. Standards are vital so that IT professionals can provide systems that last. I think that people's resistance to vaccination isn't going to disappear until we address some of the non-medical reasons for that resistance and people's discomfort and distrust of the government. That's bigger than what most medical professionals can handle. Who is a professional? A professional is someone who has a combination of competence, confidence, and belief. A water diviner is a professional. A traditional midwife is a professional. A traditional bone setter is a professional. These are professionals all over the world. You find them in any inaccessible village around the world. The world must be filled with unsuccessful musical careers like mine, and it's probably a good thing. We don't need a lot of bad musicians filling the air with unnecessary sounds. Some of the professionals are bad enough. I think the NBA players have to be held accountable in a reasonable way, just like any other professionals. In theory, the MSRB is supposed to protect the public interest, investors, and state and local governments. In practice, the MSRB membership structure is more shaded toward protecting the financial professionals who broker the deals. Every profession will have its rogues, of course, no matter what oaths are sworn, but many healthcare professionals have a real commitment to serving the best interests of their clients. Drug abuse is a medical disease that requires medical professionals. The first step in securing our cyber future is education, and that means everything from educating individuals to companies to the next generation of IT professionals. So many of our wounded warriors from today's wars are alive not just because of remarkable advances in technology, but primarily because of the extraordinary dedication and skill of our military and our VA medical professionals. Every partner has their strengths, and our responsibility as professionals is to recognize those strengths and capitalize on them, choreographically. You have to translate that chemistry on the dance floor and make their personalities shine. The right place for a person suffering a mental health crisis is a bed, not a police cell. And the right people to look after them are medically trained professionals, not police officers. I'm from an Indian family of professionals, and my parents had to go through hardships themselves to send me to IIT Mumbai. As a beneficiary of the carried interest loophole, I've seen firsthand the lack of any difference between the work involved in generating a carried interest and the work done by millions of other professionals who are taxed at the full 35% rate. How can you allow the trading companies to locate computers closer to exchanges and flash millions of bids to give an unfair advantage? Even professionals are losing faith in some aspects of the system. We do not need to be shoemakers to know if our shoes fit, and just as little have we any need to be professionals to acquire knowledge of matters of universal interest. During a trip to Iraq last fall, I visited our theater hospital at Balad Air Force Base and witnessed these skilled medical professionals in action and met the brave soldiers whose lives they saved. The driving force of any profession includes not only the special knowledge, skills and standards that it demands, but the duty to serve responsibly, selflessly and wisely, and to establish an inherently ethical relationship between professionals and society. We cannot decide on the efficacy of a medical treatment by counting the number of likes an intervention receives on Facebook, no matter what. Professionals will still need to conduct continued clinical trials and evaluate their outcomes carefully. Unlike office workers who improve their profession with repeated daily practice, entertainers don't have any work manual or daily workload. But, I personally set my daily workload, trying hard to invest a set amount of time to improve myself, like other professionals. I don't think I would have been performing this long if I didn't love it sincerely to the degree that I do. It's not enough to like it. Dilettantes like things. Professionals love things, and I consider myself a professional. Our record number of teenagers must become our record number of high school and college graduates and our record number of teachers, scientists, doctors, lawyers, and skilled professionals. You may earn whatever money you earn as a cricketer, but you want to play for your country. At the end of the day, you want to do something special. There are plenty of people who earn 50 crores or 100 crores as businessmen or big professionals or who are really doing well in business. But what gives pleasure to your mom and dad is the fame. The cheetah generation refers to the new and angry generation of young African graduates and professionals, who look at African issues and problems from a totally different and unique perspective. We're giving consumers the tools they need to see medical professionals virtually, to Skype with the doctor instead of wait in her office, to self-monitor vital signs, to connect with health-related communities, and to choose physicians based on reliable data about outcomes and cost. I am committed to ensure that our intelligence community, law enforcement, medical professionals, and military have the information and funding needed to protect the American people from threats at home and abroad. Oh, there are lots of doctors and medical professionals out there who buy my devices at wholesale price. As digital equipment replaces the jobs of routine workers and lower-level professionals, technicians are needed to install, monitor, repair, test, and upgrade all the equipment. In love, women are professionals, men are amateurs. If medical doctors can be sued for malpractice, shouldn't financial professionals practice under the same safeguard? Football should never be a worry. It should be exciting. When a child plays football outside, he doesn't need to worry. Professionals should be the same. It's very important to me that people who are actual chefs and other professionals in the culinary world understand that I'm not, and have never held myself out as being, like a CIA-trained chef. Individuals need accurate information in cancer prevention and guidance tailored to their specific medical history. They will not get it unless our medical doctors and other health professionals are adequately trained. Amateurs hope, professionals work. What people don't realize is that professionals are sensational because of the fundamentals. Crucially, healthcare needs to become connected. It should become effortless for medical professionals to share relevant data with colleagues around the world. Medical devices and systems in hospitals should be able to combine multiple sources of information. The audience, they're not professionals. They just love music. It isn't necessary to play over their heads to be admired. Music is too important to be left to professionals. Visit our website for more quotes, quoting.com.